you are already, but just in case, this is Sander from SANDERVK History. Ben, to tell people about your channel, man. What are you doing over there?
Well, yeah, my name is Sander, and I have a historic YouTube channel about the First World War and the Second World War. And I make, well, my previous content was, yeah, little topics and subjects like JD from the History Underground, like make videos about that. But now it's more documentary based, which I'm trying to do now. And yeah, I also make a lot of short videos about with then and now pictures, and that's really it. To be fair, so
Nice, man.
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know, look, it was it was seeing history channels like I think probably JD History Underground's the first one I started watching, then Chris vlogging through history, and then I saw your channel before I started mine. So you know, it's man, it's awesome to see channels like yours, and good to then get you on mine, man. Absolutely, it's
Yeah, man,
awesome.
it's awesome. Like I'm loving your World War I content, which is really cool because yeah, World War I isn't a topic that yeah, it gets easily overlooked, but still, like what happened in World War I, it's amazing. The epic battles, the epic stories, and you tell them very well. So that's it's really enjoyable to watch your videos. So
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's good, man. I love doing the World War One stuff, and you know, we have got a bit more World War One coming on my channel, and then I've probably got a couple of little bits of World War Two. And then in terms of content I've already made, I'm then kind of out. I've got to get on my next trip.
yeah,
One of which definitely I'll be seeing you on anyway, and
fair
record
done.
some
Yeah.
more. Record some more videos. Absolutely. So yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
We've
that's
got 7 people in now. That's good.
oh nice. That's really good. So yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
excited for done, man. That's gonna be a really good trip. It's gonna be
Yeah,
really
yeah,
fun.
that will be really good. Yeah. So
You,
so yeah. I mean, I might as well talk about that, I guess. So upcoming in the not too distant future on the channel, we'll have some content coming from Verdun. I've never been before, but you have, man. I've seen a couple of bits you've done from there before.
yeah,
So really looking forward to getting out there. There's going to be some real good, hopefully some good Verdun content, because as much as I've done some bits around like kind of Ypres, Eeps, in reality the majority of my content has been Battle of
at
the
the Somme.
Somme related.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting over to Verdun, definitely.
yeah. Verdun is like a different, completely different beast of World War I. Like my dad, me and my dad went to Verdun like a couple of times, also when I was younger, and like the battlefield there, you can really see it is a battlefield. Like it was a previous battlefield in World War I, and at the Somme, it's sometimes a little bit hard to see because it's all flat now. There's
Yeah,
not many craters on some parts, of course, like Bourg-Mont-Hamel. You still have like which is preserved, but like Verdun is like Bourg-Mont-Hamel all over the place. So
yeah, that's what I've
that's
seen,
gonna
man.
be yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be very interesting for you guys to see that for the first time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've been planning a couple of videos I can do out there, planning some stories from the area. So I'm really looking forward to that. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun.
So man, look, so look, man, tell us about you and your channel. How did you get into doing this? What started you off with your YouTube channel?
Well, first, I should start with at the beginning. My interest in history.
Yeah.
It's my dad sort of indoctrinated me with history and stuff. Oh, I see my dad is also in the chat. That
Oh, he's
he
here. Oh, nice.
yeah,
Cool,
he
cool.
found this by accident, so that's cool. Yeah, it's my dad's fault that I'm now a history buff because yeah, when I was younger, he was part of a World War I forum, and they went to Belgium, to France, to Germany, sometimes in the Netherlands, and he
Nice.
took me with those trips sometimes. So as a little kid, I would see the big bunkers, the guns, the weaponry, and yeah, was of course interested in it. So at school, when you need to do a presentation, a yearly presentation, I had one on World War I, like stuff like that. And then I got into the Roman times, and then World War II, of course, and yeah, Egypt, Greeks, and yeah, all that stuff. And one day I was looking on YouTube about Normandy, and I saw JD's Normandy series. which
Yeah.
the first one he did, and I think he had around 20,000 subscribers back then
Yeah.
when I watched him. So I messaged him on Instagram and I told him like, "Wow, amazing content! I love that you go to those places and then show it to us." Because before that, I'd never been to Normandy, and yeah, I told him where I lived. Like he responded and stuff, and I told him where I lived in the Netherlands, and he said we talked about Operation Market Garden, and he said like you have a lot of cool places there as well. And I told him, yeah, we do have a lot of cool places, historic places here. So and maybe I can do a video one day and then send it to you, and then maybe see if you like it, because I had some experience with video editing. And he said, yeah, sure, I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. So that sort of gave me the boost to go to Oosterbeek and make my first video there. And it was
Nice.
finished, and I sent it to JD, and he was all excited. And yeah, a young fellow like me doing it because he has a YouTube channel, like he was pretty excited. And yeah, that's really how it started. And then I
Awesome.
kept on building on it.
That's and it grows from there, right, man? That's look, now you've been in Normandy doing your own series, and well, you've been in Normandy with JD making some stuff, right? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Now I have.
yeah,
I, I'm practically friends with JD. Yesterday we had a video chat as well. The day before
nice,
that, so a video call because I'm making some new maps for him for his channel.
nice.
So which also is some pretty exciting stuff, because the Battle of La Vière in Normandy with the 82nd Airborne Division at the bridge.
Oh yeah,
There's never been a map animation on that battle. It's nowhere on the internet, not in documentaries as far as I know.
wow.
So the first the map animation about that battle is going to be on his channel. I think maybe in a couple of days, or
Oh wow, man.
which we made. Yeah, so we had help of Paul Woodage as well, because we wanted to be as accurate as possible.
Cool.
And yeah, I finished it yesterday. Did some tweaks this morning as well, and yeah, send it out to him. So that's going to be a exciting video.
Wow. Well, that's actually so. I'm glad you mentioned it, because it's something which I was gonna to ask you about on this. So because I've seen you've done a few animations. Obviously, I've seen a couple for your own bits that you've done. I've seen you done a bit for JD and some other bits too. How do you go about like getting kind of I guess like a historical map and turning it into like a modern day animation without giving too much away for your upcoming Normandy thing? I saw, because you sent me a thing you were doing. You had like
Yeah.
it was like an old map, right, that you were then turning into like a digitalized thing.
Well, yeah, the first what I do, because I have a documentary about Operation Market Gardening, laying in storage, like it's grabbing dust now. But for that documentary, I took a lot of old maps, like 1944 maps that was made by the U.S. Army before they invaded Europe, and I took them all, and those are all separate maps. So you have like a map of the part of Arnhem, and then a part of Nijmegen, and when you can connect them all, like all the lines, it connects all, and you maybe have to squeeze the maps a little bit and maybe stretch it out so it fits. And that's what I did with the Market Garden documentary I'm busy with. And I also wanted to do that with Normandy, but like I said, I told you and asked you for some help and advice. Like it was impossible to get the color grading the same
Yeah,
at the same level. Like I'm not that good with Photoshop, so what I now did is use a plugin that I have on my editing software. It's called GeoLayers, and that's
nice.
like it's now yeah, the maps you see in JD's videos and in the trailer and what I've sent you guys before. It's like a modern day map, and then with the animation that I put
Wow.
on top of it.
Man, nice. They're really good though.
So yeah,
They give you. I mean, I'm not so good with the animations, but like on my channel, I've tried to do some stuff with my recent videos where I've just kind of used like an overlay of a map just to. I know when I first started watching these types of videos, one of the bits which I found really useful was to be able to like imagine. Oh, okay, yeah. So if I was to be at that place and I could understand what was going on kind of around me, and that's the piece I've noticed. Even where I've seen you did an animation around like Saint Marie, so a place that I've been,
yeah,
and then when you see your animation, it just helps you think, oh yeah, no, I
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
being there, and it
yeah.
really, I think, gives people something visual, right?
The perspective is way better with map animations than just
Yeah,
telling and standing in a place, because when you like when you are standing in the Somme and you're standing at where the South Africans fought at Devil's Wood, and you're just standing there and you're just looking around, and people have no idea where you're standing. Like you can show people stuff, but if you have a map animation, like
Yeah.
the direction orientation of people are the perspective is way better then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the same with JD's maps. Like when I make a map for him, I will first show the beaches, the beach heads, and then zoom in on the specific place. So people see, okay, this is the coast. Now we zoom in, okay, we are in this part of Normandy, and this is
Yeah.
what happened there. And then the
Yeah.
perspective completely changes
Yeah.
of the people that are watching the video. And map animations are really cool. And don't get me wrong, it's when it's finished, it's really cool. But doing this research and like editing it, it's
Yeah.
sorry for my language, but it's a pain in the ass. It's really
Oh
a pain in
yeah.
the ass.
But
Takes so long.
yeah, absolutely. Even when I've done my own little simple like Google Maps animations, because
Yeah,
you're so conscious of the fact that as soon as you put something on a map, if it's not correct, like
yeah,
you don't want to share misinformation, right? But if
yeah,
it's not exactly correct, there'll be someone out there who's going to get you for it. So
yeah, yeah. There's
you want to make
always
sure
those
it's
people.
spot on.
Yeah. That's why, because with the Lafayette map, we sought help from Paul Woodich, because there were four
Yeah,
different stories. Like Paul Woodich was saying something on the internet. They were saying another story in a book. It was another story. Like nothing was compiling. It was not. I don't know how to say the English word, but it was not. It didn't fit. So we
yeah,
really
okay,
needed to choose one story that we wanted to do, which was more the most plausible. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why me and JD, we were like talking and debating to each other, like what makes more sense. And then all of a sudden we came to one story, agreed on it, and to edit
yeah.
it like that way. So
And
yeah, it's
if
hard.
you
Yeah,
want to, yeah, if you want to take advice from someone on that, Paul Woodard is your man, right? He's gonna know it
ah,
better than
mate.
any of us. So
It's crazy. Like I was researching for my Normandy documentary, and I messaged him on Facebook. Like I need to know where a Widerstandsnest is. So a bunker, a completely random bunker that was in my script, and I need to know it to maybe find it and film it. And I was like, "Do you know where this bunker is?" Because nowhere on the internet I could find it. And like 5 minutes later, he sees the message. He popped up. Oh yeah, it's here and here. It's on this coordination. And blah blah. He
yeah,
just sends it, and I'm like, how do you know that? Even a random bunker with a random number, he knows where it is. So that's really
it's
cool.
just crazy. It's crazy, right? The like you say, the knowledge. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We got a couple of people coming into the chat. I think it's people we know, right? I think that's your dad by the sounds of it. And then there's
Yeah, my dad.
a dodgy looking channel called War Movies, which I think
Yeah,
I
bro.
which is a mutual friend of ours. Hopefully some good content coming on that channel real soon,
Yeah.
right? So
So
yeah,
people who are watching now, subscribe to War Movies 101, because
yeah.
there's gonna be some good content on there.
And that's some of the type of history I like as well. When you like get history and kind of link it to like modern day, like television or movies or something.
Yeah,
I've done a fair bit of that on my own channel, right? So I love all that.
yeah,
Absolutely. Nice.
yeah.
So man, look. Speaking of Marcel, who runs War Movies, you guys went to the you were at the Market Garden. Like, what was it called? Like Market Garden anniversary
Yeah,
celebrations or something?
it's the yearly anniversary week, something like
Yeah,
that. Weekend. It's like a few days where people go out, and then usually on the Saturdays it's the most busiest, because sometimes Market Garden anniversary falls in like in the middle of the week, and then there's maybe some small events, but mostly it's then in the weekend, the bigger events, as well as the paratrooper drop. But we sadly didn't go there. But yeah, we were World War II and NL on Instagram. He invited me to go on the Jeep, and then make it a video, and then go drive around for like 9 hours, which we did. And I'm still a little bit sunburned from that weekend. Like my nose,
wow.
my skin is a little bit loose on my nose now. But
Oh man.
um, yeah, it was really cool. But sadly, the audio, because we were driving on the Jeep, and my DJI mics, the audio was a little bit shitty.
Oh,
So I
okay.
stopped. In the middle of the day, I stopped recording, and I was like, yeah, let's just have fun, and then maybe next year, or maybe
Sure. Okay.
sometimes else we can do a video about that. But it was really cool. It was a cool experience, because his
So
his Jeep is from 1943. So it's
Oh wow.
and he makes it as original as possible. So original pouches, original jerry can, original parachute that he even had an American parachute in there, and
Wow.
that was really cool. Yeah.
Man, that is awesome. So where was it you actually went to? Where were you?
Okay, we started in Houten, and Houten is more west
Yeah.
of Oosterbeek and Arnhem. It's maybe in the Jeep, it was an hour and a half of a drive almost. We
Okay.
underestimated it completely. We thought it was like 45 minutes, but on a Jeep, you don't go that fast. And we went all the way to Oosterbeek, to Hilsum, Renkum, then Oosterbeek, then through Arnhem. We crossed the bridge at Arnhem, not the John Frost Bridge, sadly. But then we went to the Betuwe, to the island. For the
Yeah.
Dutch people, it's called the Betuwe, but for the foreigner people, it's the island. And
Okay.
we went to Nijmegen. Then we went to Schoondelocht. It's the one on the first headquarters where Dick Winter stands with his helmet underneath the archway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where we went, and then to the crossroads, and then we took a ferry onto the Rhine, across the
Wow.
Rhine again, and then back home. So
Wow.
yeah, it was really
That's
cool. It was
awesome.
really interesting. It was a 9 hour drive, something like that. 8 hours, 9 hours of constantly driving, which was people look at you,
Wow.
in the jeeps, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was a fun
So
day. It
that
was really
was
fun.
so look, I mean like I said to you, to when I messaged you, right, I thought it was a good opportunity with it being the kind of around around the time of Market Garden, and you having recently been there, good chance to talk about it, right? So Market Garden is probably, when it comes to World War II, like I would say Market Garden is probably the area that my knowledge lacks on the most.
Hmm.
I know like the main places, and I know a couple of the kind of sort of British related stories, but and
Yeah,
I know some of the American story. To be honest, mostly probably through Band of Brothers, that
yeah,
piece.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
what's so Market Garden, obviously, you've done, so you've made a documentary, but it's not out yet, or you're in the
Uh,
process of putting
I
one
have
together.
the script is almost done. Like the script is done typing, but now I'm
Yeah.
marking all the stuff where I'm gonna film what, where are the then and now photos, and I'm almost done with that. But yeah, because
Wow.
my sort of burnout happened 2 years ago, something like that, 1.5 year ago, I quit with that documentary and I put it aside because it's really big, and when it's
Yeah.
finished, it's gonna be historic in my opinion. So and
Oh.
yeah, sorry, well, I forgot the question. What was the question again?
No, we were just kind of talking about it, and so what when it comes to Market Garden,
Yeah.
like if someone's coming, so like I plan to at some point, if someone's coming out there and they want to go and see like Market Garden sites, where are you directing them to, and where should they be going to have a look?
Oosterbeek, definitely, of course, with the old church. That's where the last British guys were sitting before they got
Yeah.
destroyed by the Germans in the last pocket, and
Cool.
before they
Yeah.
crossed the Rhine with Operation Pegasus.
Yeah.
Arnhem Bridge, of course, and you have the Airborne Museum in Oosterbeek. Yeah, you can go across the Rhine towards Nijmegen. You have some stuff there, as well as the Wall crossing, where they got across the Maas with the boats. And yeah, oh no, it's not the Maas. It's the I'm not sure what's the river name again. But correct me if I'm wrong in the in the comments. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff even at Hayton, like during Market Garden, a little bit after Market Garden with the crossroads, and
Yeah.
there's so many stuff, little monuments, drill where the Polish were as well.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff to see. But if you really want to have like something cool, yeah, oh yeah, the wall. It's the wall, the river wall.
Oh, cool.
Like
Nice.
my dad says as well, the cemeteries in Oosterbeek and the
Yeah.
cemeteries in Nijmegen, Groesbeek. It's yeah, you can go everywhere there. It's like the Dutch are very humbled by their liberation, so we have a lot of monuments. We have a lot of
Nice.
uh, stuff that you can still visit today. So
Man, it's a trip I 100% want to try and get
mate,
in.
you,
In the not so distant future, I want to
you
get out there
should
and
do it
see
with
some of those
me.
spots. Yeah,
You should do it with me because when you do it with me, I have another lot of knowledge, and when we go to Oosterbeek, you will see
yeah,
Oosterbeek another in a way that not a lot of people will see because I will bring then and now photos and then tell stories
yeah,
on
man.
certain places. So You know, then like when you go alone and you do some like before you go to Oostbeek, do some good research because then a whole world opens in front of you there.
Yeah,
So that's why if you
awesome.
go, you should go with me, and
No,
I will guide you around.
100% I would. Yeah, don't worry about that. Definitely would. Yeah, look,
Yeah,
Verdun this time, and then that can be the next one, right? We'll get out. We'll get
yeah,
out there. Yeah,
and we'll bring my dad as well, like he
he's
says.
coming too, man. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. We'll get the whole gang involved. Definitely,
exactly.
that'd be good.
Big
That'd be
tour.
really good. So what's so man so look with kind of your now and then you've done lots of now and then kind of I guess we'd call them market garden now and then photos, right? You've been
Yeah,
doing lots around all those kinds of places, haven't you? There's
yeah.
is that are you kind of following themes with your like now and then photos, or are you
No,
jumping around the place? Or how's
jumping
it
around the
working?
place. When I go to a place like Normandy, I bring photos of Normandy. When I go to Market Garden stuff, I'll bring photos of Market Garden. When went to a concentration camps too with my dad a few weeks ago, I think maybe a month
Yeah,
ago, and I brought photos from there. So I look it up, search the place, and then yeah, it's just all around. Yeah, it's all mixed in together. So that's why, like now, I don't have a lot of photos left. Of course, some of Market Garden, but I did it daily. But now I'm not doing it daily anymore because it's
sure.
the photos run out quickly as well.
Yeah, I bet they do. Yeah, doing it every day is wow. That's
Yeah,
that's a lot, right?
and it takes time.
Awesome.
And my channel has a little bit died down now because yeah, it's a hype, of course, that you get. You get like a big boost, and then all of a sudden
Sure.
it gets stable again. So now I was profiting from the boost, and now the boost is gone. So now I'm taking it easy again. You
Sure,
know.
sure. Yeah, but
So
it's ups and downs, right? That's going to happen, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, good, good.
Hope to reach
Oh, and I see.
100,000 this year, so that would be cool.
Yeah, well, you must be. You can't be far from that now, right? What is it
Mm.
like? It's 90 something, yeah.
Yeah, 92,400 something
Wow,
ish. So yeah, that's
wow, man.
crazy. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
I hope
That's
your
awesome.
channel is gonna blow up soon. It probably will.
We'll see how we go, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's going
Maybe during the
the right
Verdun.
thing out.
Maybe during the Verdun
Yeah,
series. You never
yeah,
know.
yeah. We'll get some done up there. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely going to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good, good. So with your so I guess look back to Normandy. You so you've made something pretty special from there, right? When do you reckon people are going to see some of that?
Yeah. I made a big mistake. I
Okay.
underestimated the editing. That first of all, with all the map animations, because like that takes so long.
Yeah, I bet it
And
does.
yeah, and I said in the trailer this summer, and I probably uploaded the trailer a little bit too soon. I think in the Facebook Live where we had, I told you that as well.
I
And I
remember you
uploaded
saying,
it.
yeah.
I uploaded the trailer a little bit soon, and I said this summer, and the summer is ending in like 3 days. So it will probably be in the fall now, or in maybe not beginning winter, but it's gonna take a lot. Yeah, another few weeks because I have some other projects now that I need to combine because I also make yeah, promotion videos for companies. So I don't know if you
Okay.
saw on my
Cool.
Instagram that I was flying in a plane maybe a
Yeah,
few
man,
days
I
ago.
saw. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm making promotional videos for companies.
Nice.
Yeah, which I'm also doing today. I was filming for a township in the Netherlands, and yesterday as well. So those are also videos that I need to edit. So that I get paid for that. So that
Yeah,
is more of a priority than my Normandy documentary. If you know what I mean.
yeah. It puts a delay on it, right? Of course,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
it's gonna be worth it. Once it's out, and it's a big documentary. It takes so much time, and if I don't want to burn out myself again on making stuff like that. So if I don't feel like editing, I'm not editing. If I need to relax, then I'm going to relax. You know, if people need to wait, yeah, I'm sorry. You know, it's people need to wait, and if they want to see it, there's a lot of good content on JD's channel, your channel, Chris's channel. You know, so go there in the meantime, and then just wait patiently for the documentary.
Oh, but look, when it's ready, it's going to be something special, though, right? So
I
I'm
hope.
really looking forward to it. It looks
Yeah.
the little clips. I've seen a couple of teasers here and there. It's almost looking like a Netflix documentary type of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be good, right?
I got contacted by a company called History Fix, and they're like a
Yeah,
streaming sort of a Netflix, but then for historic content.
yeah,
and they saw the trailer and they wanted that on their website. And now also they wanted to have more, like my Son documentary, the Ypres documentary. They all want that
Ooh,
now on their
wow.
on that platform, which is pretty cool. So
That looks really good. Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
I sent them the files already this week, so it's gonna be up there in maybe a week or two, something like that.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
Nice. Man,
Yeah,
that is awesome. Cool. I'm just having a look. I've seen loads of comments flying past. So in case we've got any questions or anything in there,
yeah. I
what have
saw
we
my
got?
dad saying that we went to Buchenwald and Camp Dora a
Oh
few
yeah.
weeks ago, the month, which was really interesting. Was really cool. It was a
Was that the camps you talked about? Those are the two you went to, yeah?
yeah. We went to Buchenwald and like the most. Sorry for my language, but the fucked up thing with Buchenwald is they have like a zoo next to the concentration camp,
Yeah,
which
I
is
remember
mind
I saw
blowing.
in your thing. Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
have a zoo with live animals
yeah.
literally next to the what's it called again? Where they burn people.
Oh,
I can't.
like the
If
cremation
the
chambers
cremation,
or
the
yeah,
cremation, the crematorium. There,
yeah.
literally next to the crematorium, you have the fence, the barbed wire fence,
Wow,
and then there was the zoo. Crazy. It's real crazy, and the
wow.
stories that happened there, as well as the which they call the horse stable. So
Yeah,
eight more than 8,000 Soviet POWs were killed there. It's in the crematorium, and it's a site.
yeah.
It's on the side of the building. It's like a little chamber, and it looks like a medical chamber for medical exams. So the Soviets
Yeah,
were told, like, go here, you get medically examined before you go to the camp. So they went there, and then they will measure your fat stuff, and then how much fat you have on your body, and then they
yeah.
measure your height. So you go into a room with wood on the floor with yeah, I don't know how to say it, with like holes in the wood,
Yeah.
so the blood could drain away. But
Wow,
you would
wow.
stand against the wall, and you have like a measuring thing, and then behind there you have like a hole, and then when you were standing there and they were measuring you, then a wooden little door or hatch would open behind you, and you wouldn't notice, and then they will put a bullet inside your neck. They will shoot a bullet. So behind you, without knowing you, you get
Wow,
like a neck shot, and then you choke to death. You fall down, and then they clean it up, and then the next person's come, and then yeah,
wow.
eight more than 8,000 young guys, like on my age, even younger, and older
Yeah,
men died that way, which is yeah, it was
wow.
really insane
It's
to.
crazy, right?
Yeah, it
Man,
was
the stories with those
an
kind of
experience.
places. Yeah. Wow,
Yeah, it's an
wow.
experience. And Camp Dora, where they made the V1 and V2 rockets, which was really cool. Like the
Yeah.
underneath tunneling underneath inside of a mountain.
Yeah, yeah. I've never been to it, but I've seen bits of that place. Yeah, it looks crazy. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, it was crazy. It was real crazy. It's
Wow.
yeah, it was real crazy.
Man, nice. Nice. Good.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, yeah, go
Completely
for it.
off
Yeah, tell
topic.
me.
Completely off topic. What
All right,
is
yeah,
one
go
of
on.
the most impactful war movies you think that exists? One of the most impactful war movie that exists. Maybe Marcel, I don't know if he's watching again, watching still, but he can answer it as well in the chat. But I already know mine, but I want to know yours.
Most impactful war movies. I
Yeah.
would say, I mean, I guess in terms of impact, you could say things like kind of Schindler's List and stuff like that. But you know what I probably would say, and I'm going to go with something impact in a different way because it's something that people would sometimes go, oh no, if you're into history, you can't say that. But I'm going to say Saving Private Ryan, and the reason I'm going to say that is because I think that movie has got more people into history than
Mm,
probably any other movie, right? In
that's
terms
true.
of like
Yeah.
the amount of people who are interested in learning about the beaches and learning what happened on D-Day and
Yeah.
understanding kind of the detail. I think it's had a huge impact. So I suppose in terms of like impact on me for history, that's probably not the one. But in
hmm
terms of impact on like the world and people
Yeah.
getting into history, that's the
That's
one I
true.
would say.
Yeah, it's the same with my friends as well. Like they are not into history, but when they watch Saving Private Ryan or they watch Band of Brothers, especially now when Band of Brothers is now released on Netflix, uh,
Yeah,
that it's gonna be a huge wave of new people coming into the historical
Yeah.
community and learning about this stuff. Yeah, yeah, you're right. In that sense, is that yeah,
Well,
that's a
go
better
on then.
answer than me.
Tell.
No, no, no,
No, no.
that's a
Tell me
better
yours
answer
then.
than
Tell me
me.
yours, because I think yours will be more to kind of, I guess, the question you were lining up almost. Go on. What is it?
Yeah,
Sure.
mine is come and see. Come and see. My
Oh,
dad,
okay.
my
Okay.
dad also said it in the chat, but yeah, my dad
Oh,
showed me
okay.
that movie, and
Yeah.
Come and See is the most scariest movie I've probably ever seen, and it's not a horror movie
Okay.
because it is when you're watching it, and especially at the end, like it's a really vague and weird movie. But when you watch it until the end and you get through it, and then you get to like the
Yeah.
church scene where they round up a
Yeah.
whole village, put them in a church, set it on fire, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like it's footage from 1944, 43, 42
Yeah.
that is colorized. Like
Wow.
it's so realistic. It's so mind blowing. And then at the end, when the movie ends, they have a text, and you're like open mouth watching at it. The thing you are feeling is so yeah. You have such a it leaves a big impact on you when the movie's done, and then you see like text like this was just one part of a thousands of villages that happened to.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah. It's crazy, and
Wow.
indeed, it's in my opinion, it's one of the most impactful films and one of the most yeah, scariest. Fun fact about the movie, by the way, is when the movie was finished and they wanted to release it during the Soviet Union times,
Yeah.
the government stopped it from releasing because it was too realistic.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
and when the fall of the Soviet Union was happening, then it was possible for the movie to be released. So it was released after the fall of the Soviet Union, a few years later. So yeah,
Wow.
it is a must watch, and it is a little bit of a weird watch in the begin, but after the movie and you feel like you're confused and other stuff. There is a really good video on YouTube about a guy explaining the whole situation and explaining a little bit of the movie, and then it will leave you in like a wow. It's like it's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man, I haven't seen it, so
Oh, shame on
I
you.
need to. Yeah, I will
Shame on
do.
you.
I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'll check it out, 100%. Yeah,
Mm.
I definitely will.
You won't
I
regret it.
definitely will.
You literally won't regret it. In the beginning, while you're watching the movie, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to watch it because it's a very strange movie. The sounds and um, the footage is not it's not a typical normal movie, but it's
Wow.
once you're done, like
Yeah,
you've probably seen the most scariest movie that's ever produced, in my
yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
Wow, man. Wow. Okay, cool. Right. Well, it sounds like I need to prepare myself for going to see it, but I will try and
Yeah,
get hold of it and watch it soon, right?
yeah, yeah.
I do. I like, I love films like, so I guess when we talk about impact, I think films like that absolutely, but I guess kind of to the point I was saying about Saving Private Ryan, those kind of films that create like interest in history, that's
Oh,
why I'm hoping, recently, like, 1917 and
oh,
the new All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm hoping that that will
yeah,
start to boost more people's interest
yeah.
in the First World War. I think
That was
it's,
a really good movie as well. Then on the Western Front, All Quiet on the
yeah,
Western Front, the new one. That was good. Like 1917, I'm not so keen on that one because yeah, you probably
okay.
know all the historical inaccurates that they have, especially the last charge.
Well, so man, so what I would say is I'm not on the side of it being entirely historically inaccurate, because it's more accurate than people think it is.
Hmm.
There are I mean, you hear people talking about large sections of it, like, oh, they wouldn't have, the Germans wouldn't have left the trenches and gone back, and all that. Obviously, all that actually happened.
Yeah,
They retreated to the Hindenburg line, and so there's a lot of it that is more accurate than sometimes people think. Yeah, there's loads of inaccuracies, but
yeah.
I think it's. I tell you what, there's a. Do you know Paul Reed's podcast, The Old Front Line? Have you watched any of that? Listened to any of that?
No, 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 no.
So check it out. So it's called The Old Front Line. Paul Reed is a World War One historian, and
Hmm.
he's done an episode of his podcast where he breaks down the movie and like all the stages of it, and he talks about what's accurate, what's not.
Yeah.
and when you listen to that, it makes you realize, oh, okay, it's not as inaccurate as sometimes people
Yeah,
will say.
it's not that I'm saying like the whole movie is completely inaccurate, but like stuff
Yeah,
like what I love in movies, and especially a historical movie, is like historical accuracy. So in the
yeah.
last charge, when the British are not charging as one, and they are,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like stuff like that, and then
just like
he
a melee
walks,
out of the trench,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
he runs towards the commander to stop the attack, but then he runs in front of the trench, stuff like that, and that
yeah,
and because that scene is probably, and the scene when the plane crashes, in my opinion,
yeah,
those two scenes are the most impactful scenes of
yeah.
that movie, in my
Agreed.
opinion. And when
Yeah,
you got one of the most important and impactful scenes wrong like that, like it triggers me
yeah,
so much, and then I
yeah,
throw
yeah.
away the whole movie, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but the movie wise, like the filming, how they do it, like it all seems in one take. That's incredible. That's like hats off. That's so hard
yeah,
to do, and that's so cool and amazing to watch it, especially for that. But
yeah.
yeah, Marcel also says like Sander is a fan of Fury.
Oh,
I
okay, yeah.
hate that movie.
Oh, you
I
hate. Oh, okay. I
hate
thought
that.
you were serious, right? Okay, you
Like, no,
hate it.
oh man, no, that movie is okay. The movie itself is fun to watch. Combat,
Yeah,
tanks and stuff, and then shooting SS at the end, like many of them. But it is so inaccurate, especially the tank battles with the tiger.
cool.
It is so
Yeah, yeah,
inaccurate. Like, why
yeah,
why would a tiger tank sitting in the bushes, having the gun range, shoot at a short barrel Sherman first while they're driving into a column towards him? Why, when he's behind smoke, would he go out of the smoke to front attack the Sherman tanks,
yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
the Firefly? Stuff like that. Like a 88 millimeter having a good position over those tanks, and then he shoots the Sherman tank first with the short barrel, who
yeah,
will do the least damage.
yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that is so it's so. At the end of when he shoots the SS, like that's just Hollywood, like on that machine gun shooting all the SS coming through, and
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, it is a fun movie to watch. But like movies like that, you could made it so cool, like historically accurate, in my opinion. But yeah, it's
No,
the
but
same.
yeah,
It's the same with the movie T-34. Like I go into that movie knowing that it would be like fun just to watch it, and it's an
yeah.
amazing movie. But like with Fury in the beginning, when I was watching it, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a cool, interesting movie. But yeah,
Okay,
at the end,
yeah.
it wasn't
And
that.
then
It wasn't
you
that
get
cool.
the let down from it, man. Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah. So
Nice.
that yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of the Fury movie.
Oh dear. Nice. Man, so
Mm.
look, we've talked about our travels and the plan to go to Verdun and stuff. What look, where else do you want to get to? Where would you like to? I suppose look, two questions. Where are you planning on getting to maybe in the not so distant future, and where
Yeah.
where would be the spots where you'd love to go but maybe you won't be going anytime soon?
Okay, I'm planning now on going to London
Hey,
to
nice.
yeah for next year with Sean and Nick, and we're gonna go there with like the gaming clan that I am in. Gonna go there and have like a clan meet up. Excuse me,
Nice.
and yeah, then I'm going a week earlier, and Sean will show me around in London, and then we'll go to the Churchill's War Rooms, which I'm so excited about.
Oh
To
yeah, that's
his
really good. Yeah,
yeah, to his cigar shop as well. I want to
yeah,
go to the houses where he was staying and stuff, and like
yeah,
all about Winston
yeah,
Churchill because as you know, I'm a huge fan of him.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, so that would be amazing. Sitting in his chair where he bought cigars and smoked cigars. That
yeah,
that's gonna be an experience for me. Like I can't wait to do that.
yeah.
And
I've
yeah,
not. Funny enough, I've not. I know what you mean. I've not been to that. I've been around the war rooms. That was really interesting. Yeah, that's
yeah.
really good. So,
Mm.
yeah, man, awesome.
And
Good.
where would love to go? Yeah, there's so many places I would love to go. Like there's one historical place that I always wanted to go as a child, never been to is Rome. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but content wise, I would love to go to Iwo Jima and stuff, or to
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, Oro Dorso Glan, something I would like to do. Maybe some U-boat topics, because now when I do the map
Okay.
animations, I can really show battles in the Atlantic. Because yeah,
Oh yeah.
If I don't have map animations, I'm just filming water. And people,
Yeah, that's tough, right? So yeah,
yeah,
man, you're absolutely right. Give you some kind of context
yeah,
where you can show something visual for it. Yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, like Marcia says as well, Egypt and yeah, Greece.
Yeah,
I want to go all places.
man, that'd be awesome. Really good.
How
Yeah, I'd
about
like
you?
to. Yeah, it's what's so funny. I was just to say you mentioned Rome. I'd like to. I want to try and do that at some point. Do some like. I mean, it's not an area that I'm an expert in. I know some.
Same.
I know some bits. I've done. In fact, I've actually filmed two videos. What will probably be four videos. Around a bit of a series about the Battle of Hastings. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've done a video down on the south coast, like where the Normans landed to invade, and then a video on the actual battlefield from 1066,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to do another one kind of about like the aftermath and stuff. So I want to do some more kind of ancient history, and some of that then of course involves Rome and Greece. Friend of ours had some bad experiences trying to film videos in Greece, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want to try and do that. Yeah,
Never leave
definitely.
your equipment in the car. I also didn't when I was in Germany. Like I learned from JD's mistakes. Took the
Yeah,
bag with me. Even in the restaurant,
yeah.
big backpack. People are watching at you, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave it in the car.
Oh man, it's crazy. Such
Yeah,
a shame, right?
yeah,
And the biggest shame is those videos he would have made in Greece would have been really good. So
yeah.
yeah,
Luckily, he
it's
did
such
some
a
short videos as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if
absolutely,
as well,
absolutely.
if you need some map animations on like Roman stuff, okay, we can work something out.
Good man. Yeah, absolutely. We can. Well, funnily enough, because I'm researching right now. I'm going to do a few videos about the Battle of Britain, and
Oh,
it's exactly what you said. Right. The trouble is, there's a few key sites where you can go to and you can talk about like what went on. Like I've got a site where they've got the Battle of Britain Memorial, and a site I'm doing a video about where there was a particular crash that happened. But so much of it, you're kind of just stood in a field in Kent in the southeast of England, going, "Oh
yeah,
yeah, it happened. It happened
right
here."
here.
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so something like animations for that, then definitely
yeah.
I might have to get in touch, man. We can work an animations deal, definitely.
Yeah, man, I can even help you a little bit, like teach you a little bit. It is really time consuming, but yeah, it's worth it in the end when it's done. Like you will see at JD's next video about La Vière,
Yeah.
where I
Oh yeah.
made that map animation. Then you also will see a little bit what you can expect from my documentary, and I think you will be amazed. I think you will be. I think you will. I think you will like it. And then
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
and if we
looking
do
forward
that,
to
then
seeing it.
if we then do that with airplanes and stuff, like it gives you better perspective on what happens a little bit. Of course, it's hard
Yeah.
to research, but when you have it, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Man, awesome.
Hmm.
Sounds good. Sounds really good.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice, man. So look, what's next for you? Is Verdun your next kind of thing you're going to be going to and making some videos? Have you got
yeah,
anything else in between?
yeah. No, I'm also busy with like I said, all those other projects for the companies,
Yeah.
the promotional
Yeah.
videos, which I get paid for. So that's like priority one. Then
Sure.
just editing my Normandy documentary. Then I have the Buchenwald, the concentration camp videos, and yeah, then I'll go to Verdun, make a big documentary about that. So I have a lot. I have still a lot of videos to edit, and yeah, the next time when I'm going to be filming, I hope is going to be in Verdun because I need to be a little bit more relaxed now because I can feel again that I'm doing too much. So
Take it easy, man. Yeah,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
too much, man. It'll
Yeah,
come, right?
I did last week. I did a little bit too much, so I feel that again. So when we go to Verdun, I'm gonna focus on that. Still have 2 months for that to make the script and stuff. I
Yeah,
already
we got some
started the
time.
script.
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, I
Nice.
already started script. It's almost done, by the way, the script. So
Hey, cool. Awesome.
yeah, can I give you a tip?
Nice. Yeah, go for it.
Use ChatGPT as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when you write a script and you type in like sentences. So this division was here at this trench, and they attacked at dawn to this position. And when you put that in ChatGPT and then tell them like make this more exciting, maybe a bit more detailed and longer, then he will type it longer You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
you could hear the guns roar in the distance while the Germans were preparing for the attack around this. You
Oh
know, that's what
wow.
ChatGPT does. So
Yeah, yeah.
so that yeah
Man, that's
that
awesome. That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah, so
Wow.
it saves you up a lot of time, and your scripts are way and way better. It sounds way and way
Interesting.
better. It's the same with my documentary about Normandy. I was like typing in the planes were leaving England and they were going to Normandy, or crossing the Channel, and then put it in ChatGPT, and they make like you could hear the sounds of the roar of the engines filled up with the
Wow.
paratroopers nervously sitting in the and then crossing the
Yeah.
channel, and that's yeah, it makes it more exciting, it makes it way better.
Man, it's a clever way to use it, right? Yeah,
It's
really clever.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy. Of course, you need to do the research a little bit yourself and type it out, and then ask
Sure.
ChatGPT to make it more exciting and more in a documentary style, or just whatever
Wow.
you want. So that's a
Nice,
good
man.
tip.
Awesome. Awesome. Man, good. No, well, look, about I'm looking forward to being out there in Verdun. Verdun with you, right? We'll go and film
Yeah,
some
man.
film some good stuff, and
Gonna sit.
I'm mostly just looking forward to seeing it because, as I said,
Yeah,
I haven't I've not been out there yet. So
yeah,
yeah, really looking forward to that. That'd be
yeah.
really
It's
good.
gonna be awesome.
Really
Gonna
good.
sit in the hot tub as well, in the pool, play some poker, something like that.
I've seen something about the yeah, nice, yeah.
Marcel was
I've
pushing
seen
the hot
some
tub all the time.
I've seen something about the jacuzzi here in the
Yeah.
comments, and it's making me yeah. It's yeah, we need to I might have to go stay somewhere different from you guys. Yeah, we'll see.
No, it's gonna be
Uh,
fun. It's gonna be really cool. Chris is gonna be there. Sean, Nick, Marcel. Everybody.
yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh,
it's gonna be
it's
real
going to be
fun.
really good. Really good. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
looking forward
Look,
to it.
listen, man, we've been going for like more than 45 minutes here.
Yeah,
So look, I guess tell people, man, my viewers here who we don't have too many of them here right now, but they're out there and I'm sure they'll watch this back.
people tune in
Tell them
and
where they
out,
can
watch it back. Yeah.
exactly, man. Where can people find you, man? Where do they need to go to take a look at your stuff?
YouTube, SANDERVK History. Instagram, SANDERVK History. Facebook is gonna be a hard one. SANDERVK History. So it's probably a little bit hard to remember, but no, it's all SANDERVK History. Just look me up on there, and then you find the then and now photos, the previous videos I've made, interviews with Band of Brothers actors, documentaries about World War One, some cool stories about Hitler in World War One. Yeah, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff. So yeah,
awesome,
you can find it there.
awesome. Nice, man. I mean, not I think this live chat will go like as a video onto my channel after this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how the description works with live chats. I'll be honest, but if I can link
It's all new,
your
yeah.
channel in the description, I will. If
Yeah,
not, I'll pin it in the comments or something so people can
yeah.
find you down there. So if it's not in the description, it'll be in the pinned comment on the bottom, guys. So go check that out and go check out Sander's stuff because yeah, some really cool videos and some really cool stuff still to come, right? So get on there,
Yeah,
get
oh,
subscribed,
definitely.
and stick around for
Definitely.
the
Yeah.
future stuff. Definitely,
Yeah.
awesome,
Can
nice.
I say something before we end it?
Please, man, do yeah,
Can
please
I
do,
just
yeah, yeah.
can I just say thank you to you for inviting me, like the first YouTube live, probably now, like your first
You are,
YouTube
man,
live.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, thanks for inviting me and asking me. I really appreciate that, and your channel is also really awesome, and I really adore the things you do. Like you keep on grinding, you keep on making the videos, and when I look at your videos and I see your comments, the people, there's still people who are coming back to your videos every time, which is really cool to see.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, the way you tell it, and as well your interest in World War One, I highly appreciate. You're not like a bullshit kind of guy, like, oh, I like Band of Brothers and it's all about World War Two Band of Brothers, easy company. No, you are really interested in history, and you can really see that back
Mm,
in your videos, which is really cool. And to see that you're so passionate about it, and especially World War One, because yeah, as we all know and we both know, it gets overlooked so yeah, so much. So yeah, and I am very happy that we're friends, and then we'll go to Verdun again. So
man,
it's gonna be
thank you,
cool.
man. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. And no, look, I'm well aware YouTube is a commercial world. I need to balance out my World War One stuff with my Band of Brothers stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how
That's
this
of
kind of
course. That's
platform
how it
works,
works.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, but no, man, you're absolutely right. I love doing my, the Great War, World War One stuff. And I'm gonna keep on doing it definitely. So yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, man. I appreciate it. And
Oh, thank
hundred
you.
percent, man. Look, I'm glad you came to to be the first one. I'm hopefully going to do a bit of a series of these. I'm going to try and get some of the other history YouTube guys onto doing some of these live chats. So it's good that you're on for the first one, man. Definitely, I'm pleased.
Yeah, I'm happy that I was here. So thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it,
man. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for all of you who've been watching. You guys causing some trouble in the comments there. I appreciate you as well.
Yeah, thanks for making the chat alive.
Absolutely, man. That chat's been wildfire. So it's good. It's good to see. Awesome. Really good. Really good, man. Awesome. Take care. Have a great evening, and I will catch up with you soon.
I'll see you later. Cheers, this is how the British does, right? It's like this.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the British. All right. Cheers, man. Bye bye.
Cheers, man. Nice one. Oh, hang on. Send it. There it is.